Have you ever met someone who seems to remember everything effortlessly, names, dates, numbers, random details, and even conversations from years ago? You might think it's just natural talent, or maybe they have a photographic memory, but the truth is far more interesting. Smart people don't just remember everything by chance, they use strategies, habits, and brain techniques that anyone can learn. Memory isn't just about storing facts. It's about building a mental network where information connects, flows, and becomes instantly retrievable. Today, we'll explore how smart people remember everything, the signs that show strong memory skills, and actionable techniques that you can use to dramatically improve your own memory. By the end of this video, you'll understand the mental habits, visualization techniques, emotional engagement, and strategic repetition methods that top performers, world-class learners, and intelligent individuals rely on daily. Imagine walking into a room filled with people and instantly remembering every name, or recalling complex data without looking at notes. Picture yourself learning a new language faster, remembering long lists, or recalling important dates and conversations without effort. The power of memory is not just academic, it's practical. Smart people leverage their memory to solve problems, build relationships, and perform at high levels in work, study, and daily life. But strong memory isn't about cramming or endless repetition. It's about how you engage your brain, organize information, and make connections that make recall natural and automatic. In this video, we'll break down 6 key signs and techniques that show how smart people remember everything and how you can adopt these strategies to boost your own cognitive power. Before we dive into the techniques, understand this: your brain is capable of far more than you've been trained to believe. Most people forget details because they don't encode information effectively, they don't connect new knowledge to what they already know, or they get distracted during learning. Smart people, however, treat memory as a skill. They intentionally train, organize, visualize, and repeat information, making recall almost effortless. They understand that memory is not about rote memorization, it's about deep understanding, mental associations, and strategic habits. Now let's explore the 6 key strategies smart people use to remember everything, complete with examples, tips, and practical methods you can start using today. Point 1. They connect new information to existing knowledge. One of the most powerful memory strategies is association. Smart people don't memorize facts in isolation. Every new piece of information is linked to something they already know, creating a web of knowledge that strengthens recall. For example, if they meet someone named Emily, who loves gardening, they might imagine Emily planting roses in a garden. Or if they learn a scientific fact, they'll relate it to a previous concept or a real-life situation. These connections make information easier to retrieve, because the brain remembers patterns, not just raw data. Studies show that information connected to prior knowledge is up to 50% easier to recall than information learned in isolation. This is why techniques like storytelling, analogies, and practical examples are so effective. Tips for practice. Whenever you learn something new, ask yourself, what does this remind me of? Create mental links, stories, or analogies to make information meaningful. Visualize connections as mental pathways linking old knowledge with new information. Point 2. They use visualization and the memory palace. Visualization is one of the oldest and most effective memory techniques. Smart people create vivid mental images to encode information. This technique is often called a memory palace, where each fact or concept is assigned a specific location in an imagined environment. For instance, to remember a grocery list, they might imagine each item in a different room of their house. To memorize key dates in history, they might place each event along a journey through a familiar street or building. This method works because the brain processes visual and spatial information more efficiently than abstract data. By anchoring information to mental images, smart people can recall it easily even weeks or months later. Tips for practice. When learning, create exaggerated or unusual images, they stick better. Use familiar locations for your mental palace. Make the visualization interactive, imagine movement, colors, or sounds. Point 3. They focus deeply and minimize distractions. Strong memory requires concentration. Smart people don't try to learn while multitasking or scrolling their phones. Instead, they dedicate uninterrupted focus sessions to absorb information deeply. Scientific studies show that deep focus strengthens the hippocampus, the brain's memory hub. Even 20 to 30 minutes of concentrated learning can make a significant difference in long-term memory. Distractions not only reduce retention but also fragment neural connections, making recall harder. Smart people create a mental environment for focus, quiet space, minimal notifications, and intentional learning periods. Tips for practice. Set a timer for deep work sessions. Pomodoro method works well. Keep your phone and notifications away during learning. Engage fully with the material, even for short sessions. Tips for practice. Break down complex information into smaller, meaningful units. Use outlines, charts, or diagrams to structure learning. Group similar concepts together for easier recall. Point 5. They use strategic repetition, spaced repetition. Repetition alone isn't enough. Smart people employ spaced repetition, reviewing information at intervals that gradually increase over time. For example, after learning something, they might review it after 1 hour, then 1 day, then 1 week, then 1 month. Spaced repetition strengthens neural pathways and prevents forgetting. Apps like Anki or Quizlet automate this process, but you can also do it manually by scheduling review sessions. Tips for practice. Review important facts at increasing intervals. Combine spaced repetition with active recall. Test yourself instead of passive reading. Reinforce weak areas more frequently. Point 6. They engage emotionally with learning. Emotions are a powerful memory enhancer. Smart people attach feelings, curiosity, surprise, humor, or personal relevance to what they learn. Emotional engagement activates the amygdala, which strengthens the memory stored in the hippocampus. For instance, if you learn a historical event and imagine yourself living it, it becomes far more memorable. Even adding humor, stories, or personal anecdotes can significantly improve retention. Tips for practice. Make learning interactive and emotionally engaging. Relate facts to your personal experiences. Use storytelling, humor, or challenges to reinforce learning. Closing. Remember, the ability to remember everything isn't a mystical talent, it's a skill. Smart people achieve exceptional memory not because they were born that way, but because they train their brain strategically. By connecting information to what you already know, visualizing concepts, focusing deeply, organizing knowledge, using spaced repetition, and engaging emotionally, you can dramatically enhance your memory. Start small. Pick one technique today. Visualize, chunk, or create emotional associations, and practice it consistently. Over time, your ability to recall details, learn faster, and retain information will grow exponentially. Which of these 6 strategies are you going to try first? Comment below and share your experience. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to unlock their memory potential. Your brain is capable of incredible feats. Train it, and it will surprise you. End screen text ideas. Subscribe, watch more, unlock your memory, master your mind.